Hello everyone, welcome to OneClass. My name is Shinjita, and today I'll be going over some commonly asked math questions, both at the high school / university and college levels. And so I am currently a second year human biology student. And lastly, if anyone needs an additional schoolwork help or needs tutoring, you guys could check out the description box below. And other than that, we'll get started. And so the first question for today says, so for the first question today, we have, so it says complementary and supplementary angles. They're probably asking us what are complementary and versus supplementary angles. And so let's first talk about complementary angles. And so let's first talk about complementary angles. Okay, so complementary angles are basically two angles that are basically they form a right angle, or if their sum is a 90 degrees. So basically what we have complementary angle. Okay, so a complementary angle is formed between if it's formed by the sum of two angles that can form a 90 degrees, and so or a right angle. So basically this is your right angle, right? And so to get this, you need basically, you can either have a, so you're basically going to have two acute angles. Okay, so let's say this is beta, and we have another angle here. This is also an acute angle, and let's say this is alpha. Okay, and so these two are complementary angles, and they form a right angle triangle. Okay, and which is 90 degrees. And these could either be 45 degrees, or they could be 60 or 30, anything like that. So they have to be at acute angles. And so, however, if the angle is already 90, then there's no such angle that is complementary to it. So basically what I'm saying here is that if you have, let's say, an angle that's already 90 degrees, right? You can't really add like another, you can't really add anything that's gonna make it in 90 degrees, so you can't really do this. This is like, so this is not complementary here, so not complement. Okay, so you can't really, so there's no such angle that will, that if you add it to a 90-degree angle, that it's gonna form another 90-degree angle. Okay, so this is not complement. And even so, also, even if three angles that add up to 90 degrees, they are not complementary to each other because complementary angles are in pairs. So that is one other point. So we can say complementary angles are in pairs always. Okay. So for example, if we have a angle, like three acute angles, let's say this is beta plus we have alpha, beta, let's say we have gamma as an angle. Okay, and so this let's say this if it adds up to 90 degrees, these are not complement, so not complement. Okay, complement. Okay, and so and angles in complement must be both positive and acute angles, right? So what I just mentioned. So complement angles should be acute. So this means that it should be less than 90. Should be acute and positive. So you can say that angle, let's say angle theta, right? So basically it has to be between, so basically the angle has to be between 0 degrees and 90 degrees, right? It can be greater than 90. Okay, so this is the range for complement angle. Now let's talk about supplementary angles. Okay, so supplement. Okay, so supplementary angles are two angles where they can form a straight angle or a, which is also called a, which is also known as a 180-degree angle. So basically, two angles that can form a 180-degree angle. Okay, so this is basically saying, let's say you have, let's say you have an angle, oops. Okay, this is alpha, and you have an obtuse angle. Okay, this is theta. This is, so if you add these two angles together, you would get a straight angle, which is 180. Okay. But also the same rules goes for the supplementary angle, that if the angle is already 180, then there is no such angle that is supplement to it. So for example, we can say, for example, what I mean by this is that let's say you have an angle that is already 180 degrees, okay? And if you add, okay, so if you already have a 180-degree angle and you add, let's say, another angle to it, or like something that wants to make it 180, you can't really do that, right? A 0 angle, we can't really do that. So this is not supplement. Okay, so basically this is the difference between supplementary angles and complementary angles. Okay. So, yeah, complementary angles are said to be acute and positive, and they should be in this range. And supplementary angles form a straight angle or 180 degrees. So this is correct.